That's my dad. Picture was taken at my wedding in '73. There's my nephew. There he is, a little older. My dad took my nephew to get these pictures taken right before his death, my dad's death. There's me at Christmas in the early 50s. There's me and my brother out in the yard. There's my dad, one of his sisters, and a couple of his brothers. There's my mom and dad, my dad's mom. There's my beautiful mother. There's my mother with my grandmother, my mother and daddy and my sister, my brother. And here's me. Who was the serpent in the garden? If we do a survey of the ministry of John the Baptist as recorded in Matthew, it'll reveal the type of serpents which come within the scope of scriptural discussion. As a result of John's preaching, multitudes were baptized by him in the Jordan River. But when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees coming to his baptism, he said, O generation of vipers, who has warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Bring forth, therefore, fruits meet for repentance. The Pharisees and Sadducees were designated vipers because they possessed serpentine characteristics. Jesus addressed these professed religious leaders in like manner, saying, O generation of vipers, how can you, being evil, speak good things? Again in Matthew, which records his eightfold condemnation of the scribes and Pharisees, we find, ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can you escape the damnation of destruction? Those who are informed concerning the scribes and Pharisees of that day, their masked hypocrisy, their external sanctimony which concealed eternal filth, may well feel that Jesus' denunciation was just. They were unmistakably serpents. They were vipers. And they possessed the most deadly venom. The serpent class is not confined alone to the temple priesthood. If we look closer, we find that the serpent's nature to be was evident right within the circle of Jesus' closest followers. You got to remember that the serpent is symbolism, and it finds its equivalent in numerous other scriptural terms, such as devil or Satan or great dragon. In the Old Testament, Pharaoh of Egypt was called a dragon. This all denotes sin and all sinners and adversaries to God. Because they raised opposition to Jesus. Jesus placed both Judas and Peter in the serpent or devil category. We read in John where Jesus says, "Have I not chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil?" He spoke of Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon, for he it was that should betray him, being one of the 12. Again, when Jesus revealed his imminent crucifixion, Peter was the opposer and said, "Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee." And Jesus turned and said unto Peter, "Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me, for thou savorest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men." We find that the scribes and Pharisees were accounted serpents. Judas was a devil. And on one occasion, Peter was Satan. All because they opposed the purpose of Jehovah. Can we escape being classified as those things? Unless, if we still feel that the serpent is composed of some outside influence, Jesus adds further weight to my argument by where in Mark he states plainly the source of all temptation. He says, "There's nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. For from within the heart of men proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness." In all ages, nothing from without can defile a man. The crafty serpent dwells right within the compass of the unregenerated mind. James teaches the same truth. "Let no man say that when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil. Neither tempteth he any man, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed." This eliminates all possibilities of a literal devil or serpent who we can lay the blame of our evil devices and shortcomings. As we're tempted, so Eve was tempted when drawn away from within herself. Eve's temptation is a characteristic type. The serpent's success lay in convincing her that God's law was not as exacting as she had supposed, that the forbidden fruit could be sampled with safety, always as in Eden. The baser instincts are parlaying with our better nature, suggesting liberties which God prohibits, and assuring our harmlessness. The voice of the serpent whispers out of the dust of human desire, saying, "Indulge your nature's cravings just this once. You shall not surely die." Paul felt this duplicity of desire when he wrote, "When I would do good, evil is present with me. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity, into the law of sin, which is in my members." This was the serpent at work. We can be like the comedian used to say, the devil made me do it. Yokup has videos where he claims the devil is responsible for abortion. Is it the devil or is it men's hearts? My time's up.